Hi everyone, welcome to Angel Chat. Miki Jacobs here, talking from mid-February, and it's probably about 75 degrees out here in Southern California, so that's really great. We're enjoying summer all year round. And they're getting more and more kind of looking forward for the recorder and coming to the camera. But, you know, especially the boys, Elliot and Oliver, are very young, so sometimes they play a little bit rough, which why I have to kind of see where they are when I'm recording it. But nonetheless, I know that a lot of you really love the horses in the background, which why Clayton and I will do our best to always recording it from here, specifically when there is no winter, so it allows us to go out and record a new topic for you. So today I'm going to talk about automatic riding. The reason I kind of chose this topic because it's very important if you want to connect to your team, to your spirit guides, your guardian angels, as well as to departed loved ones. And automatic riding, despite of the big name, it's quite super easy, meaning there is not too much to it. Obviously, I'm going to discuss a little bit as to how to do the automatic riding, but more importantly, how to get to it so it is effective. So over the years, people always ask me how I started my mediumship path. And automatic riding was one of the ways in which I, channel information and messages through automatic riding. So the first 2 years of my mediumship path, I did do automatic riding. I remember people would email me question about, reading, if you will, and I will channel... He's kissing my back. And I will channel the information through automatic writing, type it, and then email it back. So, of course, I did it for quite a while until my gift, if you will, was quite clear and sharpened enough where I was able to hear the spirit world, and later on I was able to see them. So I do not need automatic writing anymore. But to do automatic writing is the best way if you're new to channeling or you would want to connect to spirit, that it's quite effective and very important level in your way to connecting to them. Before even getting into the automatic writing itself, meaning how does it work and how to do it, it's important to notice that no automatic writing, no connection would ever work without meditation, which why one of my previous topics was about meditation. And you've heard me over the topics over the months saying that, telling you guys that meditation is the core concept of clearing up a channel, the tube as I see it in human being, the tube that kind of connect to the crown chakra and out into the spirit world, to the rest of the soul energy that we have remained in the spirit world, to our team. So what meditation does, once you quiet the mind, once you are able to quiet the mind and rise your energy up, if you will, you clear up that tube in order to allow channeling, allow messages, allow guidance to enter your conscious field, to enter your mind where you can interpret it as to what it is they're telling you. So automatic writing means that you allowed spirit, specifically the spirit guides. I found out that spirit guides are kind of more day-to-day involved in our life, as opposed to guardian angels that are a little bit more specific as to watch and guard over us. Departed loved one help us with love. So guardian spirit guides, will use your pen, will use your pencil to convert their messages across to you. So, which why I was saying that the word automatic writing, although sound big, it's quite simple. what you need to do when you are ready to start automatic writing is, of course, you need to make sure that you meditate, that the channel is open. If you do not meditate daily, consistency, you cannot expect that automatic writing would happen. Because if that channel is cloud, if your mind is overbearing your spirituality, if you will, then that tube, as I see it, is clouded. It's gray. It's not nice and open. So nothing is able to come in, meaning clear messages are unable to come in. So whether it is you hear spirits, whether it is you want to translate that in automatic writing, if that tube, if that channel to the spirit world is clouded, then you won't be able to interpret the messages. The reason I say interpret, because they always talk to us constantly, whether it is our team in spirit or our departed loved one. There is never ever a case where the spirit world is not trying to contact us. Of course, through our indirect communication, through our intuition, which is the system in which we connect to them, through signs, through smells, through all kind of electronics, all kind of way in which they want to in which they are anxious to talk to us. Automatic writing, if you will, make it easy for them because you already in a meditative state, or should be in a meditative state. You are signaling them and showing them that the agreement, if you will, is that you're going to be prepared with a pencil or a pen or a notebook, and you're going to write down what it is they are channeling through you. So it's kind of like, of course, although they can hear us, and if we want to tell them we want to hear you, it will happen anyway. But I found out that when you sitting down and when you signal them that you are ready and they are there and you there and all the intention is there for you to write down their messages, it's easy, which why automatic writing is so effective. So, assuming is already you establish some skills of meditation, perhaps you do it for quite some time. I did it for a long time before I actually kind of raised it up to an automatic writing. I was very, very stubborn, very consistent about my meditation skills. Once I was able to quiet the mind, once I was able to lift myself up, if you will, once I felt connected, I started the automatic writing. Automatic writing, do it on a very specific book. Buy a book or a notebook. Buy a pretty one, because those are your spirit guides. Those are spirits that wish to communicate with you. So that's my point about have a session. Call them, tell them you're ready for the automatic writing. Buy a nice book. I have books that have maybe angels picture of the So once you buy that special book, like I said, make it unique, make it different, make it designated only for the automatic writing, meaning don't do it as a part of your journal or write shopping list in it, or just include it with include in it any other planet Earth chores or any notes that you write for yourself. Make it automatic writing. Remember, everything is about signal them that you would wish to contact them, because then they help with the energy. Then your intention make it more powerful, clear up that channel even more. Write the date at the top of the page. Dates are good because you could kind of go back, kind of like a dream journal, which is always important to write date because you can connect the messages. And make it fun. Make it, call on them, call on your spirit guides, your guardian angel, call on any friends or family that you have in the spirit world. Take your pen once you are connected and write down everything. At the beginning, it's going to kind of look silly to you, because that's what the ego does. That's what the mind does. It doesn't believe anything. If I would follow the way my mind, I would have never been a medium for the last years. I would just not trust it, which I didn't for many years. So once I rised above it, once I just wrote it down, once I called people in and did it, nothing would happen. So you want to start writing down. I remember the first few sessions with an automatic writing for me is I wrote, I'm sitting down here and it's so silly and I do not hear anything and I'm tired and I'm going to call it the day, which I did. And then the next day I tried again. Here I am sitting down, and slowly, somehow, the messages start to kind of penetrate into the ego. And all of a sudden, I realized that I write love notes from them. They would express their great love to me. They would express how proud they are of me. So of course my mind still said, it's me. It sounds like my inner voice and it's me. I'm the one that complimenting myself. But the good thing about it, that I'm kind of like was a stubborn medium, if you will, and I didn't give up. So I continued to write the automatic writing. I open a new page with a new date. Of course, I apply all the technique that I taught myself about meditation. So my mind was as quiet as possible. Of course, mine would keep thinking a bit. So once I did all that, messages started to make sense. And then I wrote the messages, and I wrote them, and they became longer and more meaningful. They became more complex. Of course, I have a lot of messages that I channel over the years, 100 or so, specifically from the Archangel Michael, that is the most forthcoming to human being with information. Then my spirit guides got in, which where I got the concept of the team, that we have, the angel and the spirit guides, and they all wish to connect to us. So then, of course, as I mentioned a few minutes earlier, I did reading through automatic writing, and the more I sharpened the gift, I didn't need the notebook anymore, because now, of course, I can hear them directly. But try that. Automatic writing is really wonderful. It's very therapeutic. Don't get frustrated like with meditation. Do not get frustrated. The mind would fight you. That's what the mind does. It doesn't know of automatic writing. Know that it wants to know. The mind just do its job, and it's primitive and it's obnoxious and it's just not spiritual. So continue to write everything that you, and trust that your spirit guides, your spirits surround you, actually use the pen to convey the messages to you. So you need to make sure you prepare the stage, meaning meditation. Trust, believe, have great respect for spirit, call on those specific spirits. You want to be very specific as to who channeled through you, which of course you always want to make sure you surround yourself with light beings, such as your spirit guides and angels. Departed loved one, call them on name, whether it's your mom, your dad, friend, close relative, call their name, and then allow them to use the pen to convey their messages. So I hope that gave you a little bit of a basic information about that phenomenon that we call automatic writing. As always, like I said, in any topic, go read about it. I mean, the internet, 21st century, full with information. Beware as to who you get your information from, the same way I told you last week about the past life regression. You always got to make sure that you use your intuition, which is guidance from the spirit world, as to who information you listen to. You're going to know to be so if it's authentic. So learn about automatic writing, buy books about it. I'm sure there are many new techniques, because I'm talking 15 years ago, that obviously tools that worked for me, but maybe there are other ways in which other spiritual teacher can give you some more tips as how to make it more sharp and speed up the process, perhaps be more effective. But the number one that you must acknowledge is you need to prepare the base, prepare the stage for automatic writing to happen, meaning meditation and spiritual growth. So thank you very much. I greatly appreciate you joining me in again, and I will see you next time. Bye, everyone.